big is this, Curtis? How big is this weekend?
I mean, I said on the last show that I already had my eye on this weekend because I'll be honest with you, and I'm saying it now. I don't think Man City are going to win that game. Honestly, I know predictions can be dangerous, but Liverpool just had a great result. Ekitike, Verts, they're starting to perform. I just don't see them letting City roll into Anfield and turn them over. Now, they could, but I just don't think they will. I don't want to be dismissive of Villa because, Villa are there as well, but I do still think City are the main rival. This is an absolutely huge game for Arsenal because it's one of those games that has stung us over the years. It's always a game at home. You remember like Southampton at home that year when Walcott scored against us.
Yeah.
And it's always these games, Bournemouth and West Ham. I remember losing to West Ham after dominating, and you go,
Villa.
Villa. I remember going crazy after that one, Leon Bailey and them. But I think it's a huge game, absolutely huge. I think we had the perfect sort of. I mean, you'd be absolutely buzzing for that now, wouldn't you? After that, as an Arsenal player, you hope Mikel maybe gives them a day off or so, rest the legs. Like you said, they played on Monday, so it's only 24 hours later that we've played. It'll be interesting how he picks his team, because he went pretty much full strength outside of Raya yesterday. So does he just sort of go same again, or do you bring Havertz back? I don't know how he changes that really, but it's a tough game. I felt Sunderland roughed us up a little bit when we went up there. But like you said, they're not quite the same team away from home. I think Xhaka's still out of this game as well. From what I've read, he won't be back. Obviously, that's a big loss for them. I think we owe them one a little bit as well because that hurt when we went up there and they scored late on. But every time we have that opportunity to put pressure on City, we haven't quite taken it. I don't want to get carried away, but if we can put that pressure on them this weekend and a draw would keep it 8 points, a defeat 9 points. Do you know what I mean? Listen, man, I'm telling you, there'd be, I don't want to say too much. But you know what I'm saying? I keep the passport and the wallet near the front door just in case. Because I said, listen, if we win the league, I'm leaving the house with the passport and the wallet, and I'm back when I'm back. Yeah, I might end up in Vegas in a hotel room, like in The Hangover. It's been 2 decades, people, So, no, man, I honestly think this could be a pivotal weekend because I'll be honest, I do not think City will beat Liverpool. I think they will drop points this week. So we've got to make sure we do our job first.
Yeah, I think it's pivotal. I think it could be like the weekend we remember. I think Curtis has said it there quite well that we don't capitalise enough this season. Well, we haven't capitalised enough this season, but I do think I fancy us to Sunderland at home. I don't think they have been great away. You're right, and missing Xhaka, and we're on a good run of form now. We're in a final. The mood's high. Crowd are up for it. I think everyone will know that City have got to go to Anfield after as well. I'm confident, and I just think that 9 points. It just reminds me when we first went on that title run, and I remember Arteta got the big clock in the changing room, and it was like 11 to go or something, and he was trying to point out there's only 11 games left or something. If we win them all, we win the league. And we're at that point now where there could be 11 games to go, and we're sat here talking about, do you remember when we lost to Southampton or drew to Southampton and lost to Villa and we gave it away and bottled it? And we're at the point where we could be going into 11 games to go and have the breathing room to drop points to a lower team and a lower team again and a lower team again and still be top of the league. So that breathing room will be the first time we go into a run-in with a bit of breathing room if it does become 9 points. I think 6 with the trip to the Etihad could go down to 3, and then you're in for a cagey few games to end the season, injuries, etc. But I think a 9 point gap. I think not only is that a good gap for us, but I think mentally for City, I think they might clock out a bit. I think 9 points with not a lot of games left to go, I think it might hit them a bit more. Maybe they'll start focusing on the Champions League more, or the FA Cup more. They might try to, because I don't know if you guys have seen Pep this week, but he looks like he's just on a crash out, a final goodbye, a final hurrah. I've seen him go absolutely nuts on absolutely every topic under the sun this week. So it looks like it could be his final hurrah. I mean, from the media from the start of the season, there's been talks about Enzo Maresca and Xavi Alonso and stuff, and that they're preparing for this season and stuff. And I think if we were to go 9 points clear, that might kick in a bit, and it could just sort of become Pep's farewell tour, and they sort of all forget about the league. And I'm sort of hoping that does happen, but. Yeah, I think this weekend is pivotal. I think if you go 9 points clear, no matter who's behind or who's chasing, I think that puts us so fully in the driving seat that we have margin for error. We're all confident. We're in the final. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually excited for it. I'm counting down the days to the weekend.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
Yeah, I mean, just before you jump in there, Lee, just to say, like, Sunderland, just looking, their last 2 away games. We know they're very strong. The only team that's still got unbeaten record at home. They've been very strong at home. But on the road, their last 2 away games, lost at West Ham 3-1, lost at Brentford 3-0.
Yeah.
So
listen, I can't emphasise how big this game is for many reasons. You can talk about the 9 points. You can talk about the game against Liverpool as well, but it's important that you keep them down, because if we do slip up, Aston Villa and Liverpool, then Aston Villa and Man City going at their games before us before we play Brentford away, so they could actually, if we mess up, they could actually gain 6 points back. You know what I mean? It's such a big game, this, guys. We've got to win this game by hook or by crook, and then see what happens on the Sunday. Then they play before us on the Thursday. So, if we can win on, I know it sounds silly, we can win on Saturday, it may be psychologically, as you say, then and they both of them could have bad games at home, because you know what it's like when teams put 10 players behind the ball and they might slip up again. And we could actually extend it against Brentford, and that would be unreal going into the game against Spurs and Chelsea. I don't care what anybody says. What I see of Chelsea yesterday, Chelsea will play like that for a point. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, there's going to be, they'll all be sitting in there. So we've got some real difficult games coming up where we're going to have to somehow break teams down home and away. So listen, you've got the opportunity to go 9 points clear, a home game against Sunderland. You have to take it. You have to take it. No excuses if you do this and do that. We have to win on Saturday. Obviously, yes, you want it to be a fantastic win and great performance and all that. I don't care. Just win this game, and then you can sit back and see what happens on the Sunday. But I do think that Saturday's game is pivotal for our title. I really do. I think if we was to lose this or draw this game, it lets them all back in, and that's a big worry. But if we win this game, it just relaxes the place. And it does, did you imagine, guys, if we're going for the title against, it was the other way round, and we're going to Liverpool 9 points behind.
Nightmare.
And we know we've got to win that game. How would we be feeling? It's a tough ask, isn't it? You know what I mean? So we need to put them in that position where, blimey, we've got to go and beat Liverpool. And even if there's 5 minutes to go from the end, and it's 1-1, that's still a great result for us. What are they going to do? They've got to go gung-ho against it, and they could end up losing it, So we've got to put the pressure on them a little bit, Villa, that's 2 home defeats against Everton and Brentford. You'd expect them to win. Villa are a little bit like us a couple of years ago when we was going, we're expected to beat Southampton, we was expected to beat, and we'd end up losing, So they're a little bit behind, even though they've done fantastically well. This is the time to just win the game.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, going to that stadium on Saturday, I'll be a lot more nervous than what I was yesterday. I will be, definitely, because it's getting to the crunch time now, and it's so important that we win this game. So important. Can't emphasise how important it is.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely huge, absolutely huge. And as I said, Sunderland on the road, especially in recent games, haven't been great. They're good. They do have their players back now. A lot of them, who've come out from the African Cup of Nations. But this is a massive opportunity for Arsenal. We know there'll be no Saka, by the sounds of it. There'll be no Marino. But there's enough there to win this game. And like you said, we owe them one. I mean, you know, that was a tough game they gave. It was a great game when we played them up there, but, you know, it was a bit of a sickener at the end, last minute equaliser by Brobby. That guy looks dangerous, by the way. He's going to be a handful for the defenders. But this is another cup final. This is another one, right? That if Arsenal, and I just want the crowd to be up for it. I want I want the atmosphere to be the same as it was yesterday. It's a 3:00 kickoff. I want us to be really, really up for this, because this, for me, is a pivotal weekend. This is a pivotal weekend because you're right, Jack, when you say that psychologically, you do kind of, even though you don't want to say it, but psychologically, 9 points, that's a long way back, man. That's a long, long way back. You know, I don't think there's any team in any of the top leagues right now that are 9 points behind. So 9 points. And I remember when we went that kind of far behind last year against Liverpool, that was kind of game over, wasn't it? That was when we realised that, we've got no chance to win this, man. Should we just focus on something else? You know, so this weekend is absolutely... we might start kind of believing more after this weekend. And you're right, Curtis, you know, when you say about, I don't know about packing the passport and that, but... And I might be with you in Vegas.
I'm telling you, bro, I expect you to be there as well with the Black American Express card, you know what I mean? But... No, listen, I agree with what Jack said. I think you want Man City to switch off. You want Pep to... Pep looks like he's ready to just explode, like his head's going to blow up. You know, you want him to be sort of think, the Prem's gone.
Oh, yeah, we'll go with it. The judges, 2-0.
You're an absolute scumbag, Jack. You really are, like, you know what I mean? What are you going, 2-0?
What are you 2-0?
Yeah.
Oh, do I?
You got to catch me, mate. You got to overtake me, mate. What are you doing?
All right,
you want
Jack,
that new
all right. I do know. I can read.
Gold Premier League badge on it next season as well, you know? It'd be nice if you get that
I'll
one.
shod you. I'm going to try and take you down. 3-0.
Shouldn't have done that, mate. Silly decision.
Early goal, Jack, and your old bum will be going. Don't worry about that, like, you know.
I've got to go something different. 4-0. Let me just go.
Robbie's going, boy. Curtis, you can do something here.
Oh, man.
No. I'm going to have to go with one of your predictions because I don't think Sunderland are going to score. And I'm not going 5-0. You know what I mean? You're setting me up for failure there. I'll go 2-0. Come on, Jack. Let's go. 2-0.
Oh,
Leroy.
I'm having it, mate.
Go on, the judge.
I'll go bold.